Hi, I'm following along with Paul McWhorter's Raspberry Pi Pico W lessons, and lesson 28 was about connecting Raspberry Pi Pico W to Wi-Fi. And I had actually jumped ahead a few weeks ago and played around with the Wi-Fi on it. And um, 3 weeks ago, I made a video about connecting two Pico Ws together over the uh, in station mode, connecting to each other. I've been unsuccessful in doing the access point where the uh, two Pico Ws can talk to each other over their own private network at access point mode. Um, I've looked around the internet and haven't found anybody that's really been successful at that. It'll start, but it times out after less than 30 seconds usually. So anyhow, that's a different story. But today I just decided to like I say 3 weeks ago I did this other video here where I connected the uh, two Picos together, one with a DHT on it and transmitting and making it battery powered and transmitting the temperature and humidity to another Pico. And you can see from the screen here that we were back using the LCD back then. So I decided to update the code. It was a real quick update to change it from the LCD screen to the OLED screen. And I got that working and it was fine. So that was really nice that I was able to do that and get it working. And I have a thing where I'm teaching coding to teenagers at a local public library, and I was wanting to take this in to show it off to um, the students there, and at least in the public Wi-Fi access here, that you don't necessarily get to have you don't have access to the password on the network. Um, at public places. You just click on it and then agree to the terms of service, and uh, you can get it. Um, but I just thought about, well, I could probably try to ask the library for access to their private network that they have as well, but where I could get the password, but didn't really want to do that. And I might want to take this on the road and show it to other people, different places. So I remembered that your laptops or, Windows machines can also do what they call mobile hotspots. So I looked up I had done that in the past, but I had forgot how to do it, and certainly not on Windows 11. So um, I can probably gonna have to take this out of the way. But you go to internet network and internet, and mobile hotspots is an option there. Um, Depending on whether you got a Windows 10, Windows 11 machine, it might be a little bit different. But I think for the last several versions of Windows, they've had this on there. And so I actually set up a hotspot, and I call it, my computer is a Dell G3, so I just need the Wi-Fi that, and gave it a password. And like I said, so that, and then anybody that can hook up to this. And then if I tried it on my phone, you can actually go through the internet as well. You can access this assigned onto this network, and you can still do internet things through it. So it's like a hotspot. But we're just mainly using it so that I could talk between my two Pico Ws. And as you can see, I already have one Pico W assigned on. So that's the one that's battery powered here, and has um, the temperature sensor on it and everything. And so that one I've hooked up, just power. That program is in the main on the Pico, so runs anytime you power it up. So that's good, and you can see that it is powered up. One thing about hotspots is you cannot get a static IP, and every time you turn your mobile hotspot off and restart it and put a Pico on it, it's going to change this number. So it's good. It's okay because it gives you this number. You can read what it is here. So we don't need to have screen information. I don't have to plug the USB in to get the IP address. So we got it right here. So all I have to do is plug it in when I'm at the library, and I get that number. But then I have to go, well, this is the code for the main.py, and it's just a basic. I do it a little bit different than Paul does with the UDP, but it basically everything's the same except you're using a few different commands. I don't really know what this is called, but it's the same way you would do if you were connecting to like a web page or something. You can see that we're connecting to port 80, which is the web page. I adapted this from Instructable that I found, so and it works. So don't know if there's a better way of doing it or whether Paul's way is better, but this works, so that's all I was worried about. Anyhow, so I got my other my other Pico W over here with the OLED screen. It hasn't been powered up yet, or the program hasn't ran yet on it, so there's nothing on the screen. But like I said, this, as long as this is within the Wi-Fi network and this one's within the Wi-Fi network, probably with the hotspot, you probably couldn't go too far. Probably certainly not as far as you could with the with your regular home Wi-Fi. But I need a way, like I say, to control, the internet access and everything with this. So anyhow, if we go back to this, you can see that we're at 192.168, 137. It seems those first 9 numbers seem to be the same every time, but it does this 147 is different. So now we'll go to the OLED receive one, and like I said, we're just connecting to that network. We haven't done that yet. We haven't run this program, but I do have to go down and I have to do this. See, last time I ran it, it was 188 was the last 3 digits, and I already forgot what my 3 digits were there. 147. So I got to change this to 147. All right, and then we should be able to run this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show everything, but we'll try it. Okay, let me see. Plugged in. What's going on here? Maybe I gotta stop this and restart. There we go. Sometimes take a while to connect. I have this so it connects. There it is. So, and like I said, we don't care about this one, but you can see it's 137, and you can see this is the one that's on the OLED, and it's already receiving. If it focuses, we're getting the temperature and the humidity. And of course, I got the push button here where I can change it to Fahrenheit. So, focus. Doesn't want to focus that close. Okay. But anyhow, so the program is working, and like I mentioned in my other video, I'm just displaying the ticks milliseconds just so you can tell that this is actually updating here. So and it's just sending a request for a reading. So it's this Pico every 2 seconds is sending a request to this Pico that's battery powered for a temperature humidity reading about every 2 seconds. And then, like I said, on this one, all we're doing is receiving it, displaying it to the OLED, and then we got the yellow button up there to change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. But let's see if I can bring up the mobile hotspot again. Now you can see there's 2 Pico W's to it, and like I said, the remote sensing one, the battery power one, was the 147, and then when this one connected, it's on 84. So if you need to take your demonstrations, your Wi-Fi demonstrations on the road, and you don't necessarily, if you're in a public place and you don't have to put a password in, you have to just connect and agree to terms or something, you can set a hotspot up on your PC or whatever computer you're using and get it to work that way. So anyhow, that's my video for today, and trying to figure out a way where I can take my my code and demonstrations, Pico demonstrations on the road, and show it off and get young people interested in how all this works. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Thanks, Paul, for all you do. Have a great day, everybody.